Hey guys, welcome back to Solve for X. My name is Lungelo. So welcome back to Mathematics with Lu. So today we are continuing with what we started in the previous video, whereby we were doing functions. So last time we did introduction to functions, and today we are going to be doing straight line function. So if you missed the previous video, please make sure to visit it here. You're gonna click here, and then you can come back to this video because it's going to help you to understand what we are doing today. So just a quick recap. Last time we said that a function is the relationship between the domain and the range, where the domain is paired with a corresponding range, right? And then we unpacked what is a domain and what is a range. So you're gonna find that all in the previous video. So without any further ado, let's get into the straight line function. Okay, straight line function. So the straight line function is given in a form of f of x equals to mx plus c. F of x equals to mx plus c. So then, always remember, and you must know this, do not be confused when they give you g of x equals to mx plus c. Don't say, I know it to be f of x. They can say whatever, z at x, q at x, p at whatever. So this is a functional notation. This is a functional notation. And then the functional notation stands for y. It's y. So they say f of x, g of x, z at x, d at x, whatever, means y. And then you have that m, of which is your gradient, whatever. So, and then the gradient is given in a form of, or this is how you get it, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is the gradient. Or sometimes, given that you have the angle of inclination, of which we are going to talk about when we are doing analytical geometry. So you can get the gradient using tan theta equals to m. So your theta will be your angle of inclination. So, and then you have c. Then your c is your y-intercept. So basically, this is the straight line function. So now, let's do something really cool. So let's say you are given y equals to, or for you to get used to this, if you're not used to it, but you should be, f of x equals to 2x plus 7. So the question is, sketch the graph of f of, not of f of x, but sketch the graph of f, right? So you're given this, it says sketch the graph of f. So you want to know what you're going to do first. So you're going to look for x-intercept and y-intercept. But since we have established that this is your C, right? This is your M and this is your Y. So we said C is your y-intercept, and we say this is your gradient, right? And then that is y. So the other thing I missed, sorry, is that M determines the shape of the graph. M determines the shape of the graph such that when M is greater than 0, your graph will be like this, right? And when M is less than 0, your graph will be like this. So this one you always have to remember. So here in this case, your M is positive 2. That means your graph should be in this shape. And then your y-intercept, there, 7. And then now you have to find the x-intercept. So I hope you know this. If you don't know it, listen. When looking for intercept, you always have to let either y be 0 or x be 0. If you're looking for x-intercept, y will be 0. And if you're looking for y-intercept, x will be 0. Because this is your Cartesian plane, x, y. So where your graph cuts here on your x-axis, the value of y here is 0. Anywhere here in the x-axis, the value of y is 0. And anywhere here in the y-axis, the value of x is 0. Hence, you will let x be 0 if you're looking for y-intercept, and if you're looking for x-intercept, if you're looking for y-intercept, x will be 0. So now, let's look at the x-intercept. So, since f of x stands for y, or it's y, we're going to say 0 is equal to 2x plus 7. And then, after doing that, you now need to solve for x, which you're going to take 7, you transpose it to this side. It's going to be negative 7 equals to 2x. Then you divide by 2 both sides to solve for x. And then 2 and 2, they reduce to 1. Don't say they cancel out, because I'm going to tell you next time. So, but they reduce to 1, and then you remain with x equals to negative 7 over 2. That's what you remain with. So then this is it. So now you have to sketch the graph, right? You have to sketch the graph. So these are your axes, x, y. So the y-intercept is what? Let's say 7 is there. And then negative 7 over 2. Negative 7 over 2, it's going to be what? It's going to be somewhere maybe here. Negative 7 over 2, right? And then you know that 2, that your m is positive, so it has to, the shape of your graph, remember, when m is greater than 0, the shape should be like this. So then you join your intercept using a ruler always, so that you can have clean work.